Sometimes you get your butt whooped, and sometimes you get your butt whooped. Hey guys, your boy Sean Bellamy, back with you with another video here on my channel. And yeah, my Philadelphia Eagles got destroyed, got embarrassed, got punked, whatever you want to say. Yo, the Eagles just looked outmatched. And like I said, just straight up looked soft. I'm going to be honest when I give my breakdown of this. The Eagles just got punched in the mouth hard. And I mean just kept getting punched in the mouth, did not respond at all in this game against the 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers beat down the Philadelphia Eagles 42-19. Coming in this game, I always say this, like I have tons of respect for the 49ers. We talk about their roster. I'm not one of those people that dislike Brock Purdy. I like Brock Purdy. I think he does what he's supposed to do with all those weapons he has around him. Christian McCaffrey, there's nothing really to say. He's a monster, MVP candidate. I love Fred Warner. Fred Warner's probably my favorite linebacker in the NFL, the way he plays the position. I like Ayuk, their other wide receiver. Deebo Samuel, I like. I can't stand the trash talk he does against us, but he's also a good player. Overall, man, George Kittle, I mean, you go from offense to defense. They have so much talent. Like, I always knew coming into the season, and especially after this game, that they was going to be threats to the Eagles getting back to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, the Eagles lost 42-19 to the San Francisco 49ers. We are now 10-2. The Niners winning puts them at 9-3. I got to go over some things before I go over I'm just gonna get right to it. Brian Johnson, I say this probably in all my videos now, dude, but I really wish the Eagles could fire. I know it's not gonna happen. I know it's just wishful thinking. I know I'm just ranting Brian about nothing. But Brian Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, is just god-awful. This is what majority of this video is going to be about. Like, I'll go over the defense and how they was piss poor tonight. But we got to start with Brian Johnson. Listen, y'all might think I like ranting about this dude, but I can't stand Brian Johnson. He is a terrible offensive coordinator. I don't care if it's his first year. Dude, what is this? This been 12 games. You have to have figured it out by now. The Philadelphia Eagles are a run-first team. Why are you having Jalen Hurts drop back and pass it 1,000 times, it seems? I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is not a beast. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts can't do things in the pocket. He can. He has shown us that he is that guy. But that is not the philosophy the Eagles should be going with. It showed last week against Buffalo. Run the football opens up this offense. I can't stop yelling it enough. I'm so tired of Brian Johnson. Dude, immediately when the game started, we had some completions here and there and stuff like that. But sooner or later, you got to run the ball. DeAndre Swift, our best running back. I'm not saying he had huge runs when he got the ball, but we didn't even keep San Francisco defense honest. Dude, 42-19. No, not 42-19. I know that was a score. I'm talking about DeAndre Swift had 6 carries. 6 all game. I think Jalen had more carries than him, and that was because he had to run quarterback up. When he was getting chased out the pocket, he had to run to the sidelines. 6 carries. Dude, I just don't understand what Brian Johnson's problem is, man. He is terrible at situational football. He is terrible at coming out the gate. We should not be pass heavy. The whole first half, it just said pass, 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 pass. Pass, 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 pass. Okay, let's run right there. Pass, pass. I don't understand this, man, yo. I'm telling you, I told people this from the early in the season. The only reason I could see the Philadelphia Eagles not making it back to the Super Bowl, let alone winning the Super Bowl, is if we shoot ourselves in the foot and because of Brian Johnson's play calling. I'm over this dude as the offensive coordinator, and it's sad because this is his first year. We don't have time to keep being experimental and waiting for this dude to pick it up. 6 carries for your best running back. I think we ran the ball a total of 7 times in the first half and dropped back to pass 25 times. I don't get Brian Johnson, man. It's just frustrating. I know he's not going to get fired. I know it. I know Nick Sirianni's not going to do that to him. I really wish the Eagles was one of those no tolerating type organizations. Bro, if you're not doing your job, bro, get him out of here. And yes, I'm not saying that the offense couldn't have been better. Jalen Hurts had some moments where he stayed in the pocket way too long. Holding onto the ball held onto the ball way too long. There was numerous times Jalen should have threw the ball away, and he took unnecessary hits. He slipped on the field a few times. It was raining in Philly. Like, Jalen at times, bro, be trying to do much hero at times. Even though we know he can make the throws, but at times he just stays in the pocket way too long to look for the pass. Dude, if none's there after like 4 or 5 seconds, look to move and do what you do best when he creates on the behind the line of scrimmage. I don't really know what else really to say. I can't blame the offensive line. The offensive line had a solid game. They didn't really give up I think they gave up like 1 or 2 sacks. But yeah, Brian Johnson sucks. I have really nothing else really to say, but Brian Johnson sucks. I really don't understand how those players on the Eagles team, that offense is not frustrated, or the staff is not frustrated when he calls plays. He's an awful offensive coordinator, dude. I'm so tired of hearing he's getting better each week, but then he resorts back to the same BS that is getting us in these situations. I don't get why he has to pass the ball almost every down. If you check Eagles fans' tweets, we're not blaming no one. We're taking accountability. The Eagles need to play better. But Brian Johnson's on the top of people's list of, oh my God, dude, you got to wake up or you need to go. Frank Reich got fired by the Carolina Panthers, and he was offensive coordinator and was really good at it when he was here, when Carson Wentz and Doug Peterson was here. I say you bring Frank Reich back as a consultant or something. Have him be a co-offensive coordinator with Brian Johnson. Someone has to take those duties away from Brian Johnson, dude. I am telling you right now, he will be the reason our offense does not show up in games going forward and absolutely going forward in the playoffs, man. He is horrible. I hate his play calling and his philosophy of being pass heavy when the Eagles have freaking proven they are so much better when they run the ball first. So everyone can see that's our style. If we do that, bro, it opens up the RPOs. It opens up the offense for Jalen. I don't get it. Why is he so pass heavy? On to the defense, yo. If I wrap up this video, the defense got punked. I don't want to hear nothing from Darius Slay. I don't want to hear nothing from Bradbury. Well, Bradbury don't talk, but I don't hear nothing from Darius Slay. I don't hear nothing from the secondary in general. I don't want to hear nothing from the linebacking core. I don't want to hear nothing from Brandon Graham. Any of those dudes on the defensive line, they got punched in the mouth. They was absolutely dreadful after the first 2 drives. The first 2 drives, they looked like a Super Bowl defense that was making Brock Purdy, the quarterback for San Francisco, look like he was scared to look over his shoulder. He had to look over his shoulder. They had them locked up. But as soon as the rest of the game went on after those 2 drives, they were Swiss cheese. The middle of the field continues to be the biggest weakness for the Philadelphia Eagles. If you have a quarterback that is at least competent, you are going to eat and feast on the Eagles' freaking secondary, especially in the middle of that field, dude. They are trash when it comes to defending the middle of the field, yo. I don't know. Oh, yeah, by the way, Shaquille Leonard, he got released. He's a solid linebacker that got released by the Colts. Howie Roseman needs to be calling him ASAP. He needs to absolutely offer him the money he wants to get his butt in Philly. Our linebacking core is garbage. We already got so many injuries to that position, but the guys we're throwing out there can't cover. They have no idea what they're doing out there, yo. They are horrible, yo. You need to sign Shaq Leonard as soon as possible. As soon as you can, man. As soon as you can. Goodness, I hope he doesn't pick Dallas, dude. Oh, my goodness, man. Eagles need to call him up, yo. But I just keep talking about the secondary, but overall, the defense was trash. From the D linemen, the linebackers, and the freaking secondary. Dude, the entire defense was garbage, yo. And it's been like this for a couple weeks. Sometimes the Eagles, kind of majority of the season, sometimes the Eagles defense will get punched in the mouth and they respond later in the games. But it's getting very frustrating when you know that you can't trust them to make a stop when even in the most crucial situations, especially when it's third down. If it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, you have a feeling this Eagles defense is going to give up the third down no matter what. They could not stop San Francisco. And again, don't get me wrong, the offense has to play better too. I told you, it starts with Brian Johnson on the Jalen and the rest of this offense, but the defense was piss poor today, man. Absolutely disgusting. There was nothing redeeming about this defense. They was awful. If there was a grade, they deserve an F. They was, to get punched and get punked like they did. All you saw was Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Ayuk. All these dudes was just, Kittle was just dancing and waving in their face, waving by the fans, punching them. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. After the Eagles, I think, scored to make it 21-13, like the momentum was coming back, they immediately gave up a touchdown in 4 plays and then just could not make a stop again. This defense freaking sucked today. That is disgusting, dude. And we got to take on Dallas in this next Sunday night in Dallas with a Dak Prescott who's looking like MVP candidate, and the rest of this offense for Dallas that is on fire right now. I just don't bro. Oh my God, man. I could take a loss. We're 10-2. We're still number 1 in the conference, but the margin of error has definitely gotten smaller, and it's gotten a lot more tighter in the NFC race. Yes, I would have loved us to win every game. I know it's not going to happen, but to lose like that, it is very telling to a degree. It's not over. We're going to be fine. I know I got to calm down. I'm not even going to worry about it. The only thing I'm really freaking annoyed, if anything, is how the media is going to overreact to this. I mean, give San Francisco their flowers, but immediately the media is going to sit there and say, it's Philadelphia frauds. Oh my God, this is why Philadelphia is not the best team. Listen, and then you got the fans, Cowboys fans coming out of their holes. You got San Francisco fans who are going to talk so much trash. It's whatever. I don't care enough about that. Again, we're 10-2 and we're still number 1. But the Eagles absolutely have to do better from here on out, dude. You cannot get punched in the mouth like that and not respond correctly. You've got to come to play for full 60 minutes. And I should have said that in the beginning of the video because I'm so frustrated. Yes, the Eagles team is very resilient. Yes, they don't back down. They continue to fight. But my biggest issue, and a lot of Eagles fans issue, I think every Eagles fan issue with this team is they have not played a full 60-minute game this year. And yes, you show your resiliency by fighting and coming back and do what you got to do. But at some point, you have got to stop doing that where you play one good half of football, because when you play against the elite teams like San Francisco, you are going to get punched in the mouth and beat down, and they're not going to let you get back up. You're not going to keep using this, oh, you got heart mentality and thinking it's going to win you the games. You have got to play a full 60 minutes against those type of teams, yo. You got to. But that is it, you guys. Again, we're 10-2. It's still funny, again, that's why, listen, it's 10-2 to fall, to become 10-2 and still be number 1 seed. That's why I said, that I'm not going to stress about this, dude. This will probably hurt tonight, then wake up in the morning. And like I said, I already don't watch sports media and everything because they overreact and they say all this dumb stuff anyway. Don't even put context behind what they say. So I'm not worried about that. I don't care what others guys say, dude. Listen, we're 10-2, still number 1 seed. We got punched in the mouth, and the Eagles absolutely need to be better from here on out. But that's it, you guys. I'm out. Peace.